Divine all blessed peace and love, joy and prosperity to you and yours, health and wellness indeed. You are now sitting live with the Divine Prince, Pan-African spiritualist, practitioner, author, and advisor, Elagun Oloye Hoodoo Obeya Bokor, sharing with you in all things spiritual, mystical, metaphysical, cosmic, evolutionary, revolutionary, healing, and holistic from a Pan-African who and a test and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. This is my constant and personal prayer, my mantra, affirmation, reverberation, reiteration, and it is my ever-living reality. Crucial and critical to the very foundation of my inner life path and journey. It is how I, the divine Father Earth, and it is my personal place of power and understanding. That place from where I begin, the place from where I realize and crystallize all my endeavors, understanding that I and I alone create and co-create my divine destiny, and I alone create and co-create my divine, all blessed reality. And so it is. Ashe. Welcome and greetings. Kiona might be present here with us live in chat today, this Monday, March 16, 2020. I pray we can ride beyond the buffering. I've dealt with the buffering for like the last 20 minutes, Kiona, before actually coming in. I just don't know what else to do at this point. My next step is to hire a professional to sort of come in and look at my setup and maybe come at it from a different perspective. But I felt it was, with all the news circles, I felt more than any time, not sort of the event itself, but the subsequent months and then years that came after Hurricane Katrina, when I had to, so in that vein, there's a very familiar 19 episode. The first episode I've done within the dynamics of what's going on right now in the world. And of course, first time that I've gone on air and actually spoken to it in any kind of way. And so many of you, the updates, and it's something about my personality and being a Labor Day Virgo, the news updates are helpful for me. I think than to sort of not know tactically to what I'm feeling. But in the midst of this challenge, I'm also, much like I did in 2007, 2009, feel this sense of newness as it relates to creative energy that's now out there and available. It is in seasons like this that my best antisocial characteristics. I don't have children. I don't have a spouse. I don't have pets outside of my fish. Keeping a calendar of contacts. The last time I was on set was those who were there know who they are. And it went great. No one really with South and Caballero and my casting and the crew and the actors and the performers and everybody pitched in to sort of do their job in terms of being proactive with the news of the day, COVID-19. We even had plastic gloves and washing stations and antibacterial availability just to access for what seemed inevitable to us to be coming. People not working, people not to some degree. So within the last 24 hours or so, we've gotten pretty much official notice that no one's filming, no one's working, no one's really trying to gather, not just in groups of 50 or more. People are limiting their gathering altogether in New Orleans, and particularly in arenas where we would high volume contact with people. Again, for people who have some innate antisocial characteristic, certain aspects of this will be easier for us to endure than for others. I hope that is result-oriented to assist myself, but also those within the sound of my voice, those within my community, as we all sort of transition through the eye of this needle, if you will. In the positive, this is absolutely the time to be creative, Marcus. That's something we do well. Being able to go within, being able to access that inner universe, that creative universe that each and every one of us already has. Every excuse, every reason of meditation and going within and picking up that manual. And we now have an opportunity to sit, much as we had to do New Orleans as we passed through the eye of the needle that was Hurricane Katrina, and want this to be resolved quickly. 2 years would be miraculous. 2 weeks would be miraculous. Not 2 years. 2 weeks would be miraculous. A month would be miraculous. But we've got to be realistic for at least a month. So my heart goes out to the parents who now have to adjust and readjust, just as your relationship to family who can carefully and in all wellness and health assist you in sort of carrying that responsibility. We're all going to be challenged now in ways that we have not seen at any one point in history, unless we think back to, a world war, civil war, something major outside of what our book authors and this particular scenario and this particular time sort of living and existing in right now. Thank you so much, Kiona, for being present and helping me with the chat and alerting me to the buffering and any questions. If I missed a question in the chat that's not in all capital letters, please throw that question mark up for me. I'm really not understanding why Kiona, are you still with me, beloved? Man, this is crazy. Okay, I'll be right back.